Hey, before we head straight into Balatro, just want to let you know that I am still working on trying to beat 0-E in Electrocute with Zombie Blue. Sorry about my absence last week, as my arm would act up when I kept it still too long, so I avoided sitting on my desk for too long. It was just a surface level cut I got from some old metal. Anyways, back to the video. Balatro. A title you've probably heard of. After all, it was nominated Game of the Year last year, and while the year may have been a slow one for gaming, with most things being set for 2025 instead of 2024, it's still an incredible feat. It's a simple game, just poker with some extra cards that boost your score. It's strange how Balatro flew so under the radar, yet was so mainstream at the same time. It felt like nobody knew about it until the Game Awards for your average gamer, and yet now it feels like everyone's talking about it. Even Bark Player is now. But it's the same price as about 3 packs of Hello Kitty cards. Why the hell did I include that? Which theoretically should be able to do the same thing. But what makes Balatro so special? And if you've played the game, don't worry, I won't be going on long about the basics, instead going into more of a psychological view of the game, of why Balatro is the best addiction. Quick note, the addiction I'm talking about isn't like a serious addiction, since there are games that get you stuck to the point you'll play them every moment you can. Balatro isn't exactly like that. However, you'll probably play it at least once a day just because you can, since it's on every major platform, including mobile. Balatro is a game about Pokemon with some other things thrown in. Quick rundown. Jokers give you special abilities while holding onto them, like extra chips or multipliers added onto the base chips and multipliers for your hand, typically with specific requirements, like using the hand at least once that round, or using a heart. Then you have planet cards. They upgrade your base hands, like pairs, straights, flushes, depending on the card, granting you extra chips and multipliers. Next up, tarot cards. I use these the least as I value jokers over them. I haven't used them more since I wrote the script. But they allow you to change cards, like giving them special properties or making all a certain card or type of card. And you can only have 2 of these on you at a time. Vouchers are abilities for the rest of the round. Packs are usually cheap, giving you multiple of the previously mentioned other than vouchers, now with the addition of regular and special cards to select from. You can either choose 1, 2, or none depending on the pack. Finally, card decks. You unlock them as you play, and each one gives you a different perk, like an extra discard per round. There are 8 antes to beat the game. They go after that though up until one that, as far as I'm aware, is physically impossible. No matter your build, 3 rounds per ante. At the end of each ante, you have a boss of sorts that does something like debuffing all spades. You can skip rounds before the boss for a special reward, but generally they're not worth it as you miss the shops where you buy jokers, planet cards, tarot cards, vouchers, and packs. You also don't get the money from beating around based off of joker cards and how many hands you have left, along with beating the round. There were 150 jokers on launch with 3 updates, bringing in more jokers with each. Okay, now for the psychological aspect. Alright, quick note, real quick. I'm not sure if they actually added new jokers. I could not find any evidence they did or didn't, and I didn't bother counting, so take that as a note, put it somewhere in the video, I don't care where. Maybe put it at the beginning, I don't know where this is, I'm recording. So I'm no psychologist, but Balatro is definitely addicting. Since everyone is so short, you kind of lose your perception of time. And it's also very simple. If you want something addictive, you want it simple. That way, even months or even years later, you can still just pick it back up without a problem. Balatro, while sounding complex, only has 3 real mechanics: poker, joker cards, and tarot cards, all combining together to make a simple yet complex experience, with your infinite ways to tie these all together. It gets you in a way thanks to how easy it is to pick up for seemingly 5 minutes just find out it was multiple hours, and how it's on so many devices that you really can't avoid it. If you open your phone, Balatro may even be on your home screen. Go on your computer, Balatro. Playing some Batman Arkham Knight? Well, you could be playing Balatro on the same system. Balatro's to the point where I wouldn't be surprised if it went on airplanes next, like, Plants vs. Zombies did. So the key to all of it is, well, if you couldn't figure out, accessibility. Why else do you play Uno? Because almost everyone else had to play, and it's very cheap for a pack, making it accessible. Also, I guess you just like Uno. Anyways, Balatro being priced at $15, call me insane, but it may be the next Uno. but the gameplay also has something to do with how addicting it is. Welcome in the score. Now, the score may be nothing but a fancy number when you first start playing, but you eventually consistently make hands that give you like 200,000 points just for a single player. No, I don't have any footage of that. I did that on my Switch, and I recorded it through my computer. It all comes together when you ignite a flame onto the score, signaling that one hand has just beaten the required score for the round. It's a small bit of dopamine, sure, but when the sound of multipliers and jokers just continues, it's like you can't look away from your screen. And the anticipation of opening card packs that could add on to that multiplier or give you extra cash, it's exciting to see what you may do next, as there are almost 3 trillion different seeds. And on the assumption that you beat one every 30 minutes, which is around the average on a normal playthrough, it would take you over 171 billion years to beat them all. Meaning the chances you get a repeat seed are so low that every time you boot up the game, it's almost guaranteed to be a fresh experience. Plus experiences mean more possibilities to set the score on fire, meaning more dopamine, and you want to come back just for that chance. And who knows, maybe that run will unlock you a new deck, which multiplies the number of different experiences you can have per playthrough. As with the same seed, you can use a different deck and practically alter the entire experience. Balatro can theoretically activate infinite dopamine, with it being able to be played on almost anything, and even give you a challenge when you want it to, if you want to go after beating a run. And that's what makes Balatro the best addiction.